They built vast cities with advanced plumbing before Rome even existed. Their trade network stretched thousands of miles, and then, just like that, they vanished. The Indus Valley Civilization is one of history's greatest mysteries. But what secrets are buried in its ancient ruins, and could we finally be close to solving the mystery of their disappearance? The Indus Valley Civilization, one of the world's first great civilizations, flourished over 4,500 years ago. It rivaled Mesopotamia and Egypt in its scale and complexity, yet unlike those civilizations, we know almost nothing about its rulers, religion, or downfall. Why? Because their writing system remains undeciphered, leaving behind a silent puzzle that archaeologists and historians are still trying to crack. But as new discoveries emerge, a clearer picture is forming of a civilization that was far more advanced than we ever imagined. So what do we actually know about the Indus Valley people, and what might their lost cities be hiding? The biggest problem in understanding the Indus Valley Civilization is that their script has never been decoded. Unlike ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs, which we unlocked thanks to the Rosetta Stone, we have no bilingual text for the Indus script. Without a written record, everything we know comes from ruins, artifacts, and educated guesses. But here's where things get interesting, because what we do know suggests that these people were incredibly sophisticated, yet strangely different from their contemporaries. Why didn't they build massive temples or palaces like the Egyptians and Mesopotamians? Why do their cities look like they were designed by engineers rather than kings or priests? And most importantly, how did they disappear? Imagine a city built over 4,500 years ago with a better drainage system than many modern towns today. That's what archaeologists found at Mohenjo-Daro and Harappa, two of the biggest Indus cities. These weren't chaotic settlements like ancient Mesopotamian cities. They were planned with mathematical precision. Streets were laid out in grids, houses had private wells and bathrooms, and an advanced sewage system carried waste away underground. But here's the strangest part. There's no sign of a ruling class. No giant palaces, no obvious temples, no statues of kings or queens. It's almost as if the Indus Valley Civilization was leaderless. Could they have been the world's first true democracy? Another bizarre fact: archaeologists have found very few weapons in Indus Valley sites. Unlike Mesopotamia and Egypt, where war chariots, weapons, and city walls were everywhere, the Indus cities seemed largely peaceful. Their walls weren't built for battle but to protect against floods. And there are no monuments glorifying war. Could this have been one of the few civilizations in history that thrived without constant warfare? Or were they simply so powerful that they didn't need to fight? The biggest frustration for historians is that the Indus script remains a mystery. Thousands of inscriptions have been found on seals and pottery, but they're all too short, usually just a few symbols. Without a long text or a translation key, cracking the code has been nearly impossible. Some believe it's not even a real language but a symbolic system like a trademark or a religious code. Others argue it could be related to early Dravidian languages spoken in India today. If we could read these texts, we might finally understand how they lived, what they believed in, and why they vanished. The Indus Valley wasn't isolated. Their trade networks stretched from Mesopotamia to Central Asia. Indus seals have been found in Sumerian cities, and Mesopotamian records mention a land called Meluha, which many believe refers to the Indus Valley. They traded in lapis lazuli, carnelian, ivory, and even cotton, making them pioneers of textile production. This suggests they weren't just brilliant city planners, but also master traders who influenced faraway lands. Despite their success, the Indus Valley Civilization collapsed. By 1900 BCE, their cities were abandoned. But why? Theories range from climate change to invasion to disease. Some evidence suggests that the monsoons weakened, leading to massive droughts. Others argue that an earthquake could have changed the course of the rivers, cutting off their water supply. There's even a theory that they were overrun by Indo-Aryan migrants, though there's little evidence of a violent takeover. Could it be that their highly organized society simply couldn't handle environmental changes? The most shocking discovery in recent years? Skeletons found in Mohenjo-Daro with signs of sudden death, some lying in streets as if they were caught off guard. Were they victims of an unknown catastrophe, a plague, a sudden invasion, or something even stranger? New DNA research and climate studies might soon give us the answer. The Indus Valley Civilization remains one of the greatest enigmas of history. They built massive, advanced cities, traded across continents, and thrived for centuries without kings or wars. Yet they vanished, leaving behind only silent ruins and an undeciphered script. With each new discovery we inch closer to the truth. But until we crack their language, the greatest secrets of the Indus Valley will remain buried in the past. If you enjoy our journey, please like and subscribe to our channel, and if you like our content and want to support me, you are welcome to buy me a coffee. The link is in the description box below.